Oops, accidentally minimized that window. Hello everybody and welcome back to silentplays.flow. I think I'm going to compile everything into one final episode here. Anyways, so I have coffee. And I have an idea where we're going. To a somewhat okay extent. So let me just level with everybody that was watching the last episode where I was uber confused and oh, the creepy shit again. Anyways, so let me just level with everybody at home is when you use this computer, I'm gonna go back before too because I don't think the computer was here actually until I got all 25 effects. That's how you become Rust. So yeah, it was totally true before with that shit. So yeah, I am now Rust. And you look exactly the same as Savvy. The only thing, and you're not supposed to use any effects either. That's a thing that happens. The only difference is you got a little bit of a darker like tone on the top of your head and everything though. Like you kind of look just darker and paler though, also at the same time. It's weird. It's a weird way to explain it. But I know where I'm going. And unfortunately, I have to walk there fucking slowly. It's horrible. So, my only concern in putting all of this together into one episode is the travel time. It's gonna be a bitch. It's gonna be slow. It's gonna be a little irritating for people who've seen me go through these zones. Probably going on 10 times now. If not already there. So, I don't know if I'm going to jump cut it all, or what, but something's probably going to be did about that, so that it's not entirely boring for you, but I'm going to keep talking anyway, just in case I don't cut all of that stuff. But yeah, it's pretty interesting, this part of the game. It's all kind of the same, but not at the same exact time, and we have to go to these 3 little areas to get the empty boxes, which are effects for Rust, question mark? I think you don't get them, though, as effects. So, you get all 3 of these, and then you get what is considered the good ending of the game. And then I'm going to go ahead and spill on some informational facts about the lore that I've dug up from the wiki and everything after that point. Since you guys have seen the ending of the game and such. And then spoiler alerts will no longer be needed. You're welcome. Alright, no, that's a lie. See, I completely forgot to say anything about the lore when I got to the end of the game and delivered my conclusion, so what I'm going to do is make an abridged that'll be around tomorrow, I would say, so that's where that information's going to be. It's a separate video altogether. I hope that it winds up putting me into the right spot. I don't want to go there, actually. Just thought about that. I don't want to do the 3 rights. I want to do this. Oh, why are you there? Those are the things that... Okay, that's what I was warned about. Chasers, when you're playing as Rust, change into those things, which are called the red demons. And I think how it works, too, is you can take multiple hits from a chaser as Rust before you die. But as you keep getting damaged, your sprite changes, and that's what I was seeing before when I was looking at a picture of Rust, because you can kind of see the face of a red demon pop out of her mouth, which is disgusting as fuck. But we're now where we need to be. Oh, thank God I can outrun them. Good. And they, like, take breaks when they're moving, too, so, like, it's not just you're non-stop running away from them. I might need to use that one later. Because one of them that I need to go to for an effect is in, like, a test tube in Oreiko's lab. which is a place that I had been to before, once again. Don't touch me. Don't touch me from up here. That'd be cheating. That'd be such a cheap move. Don't be cheap. Cheat or no cheating.
I thought you were gonna say don't touch me, bitch.
Don't touch me, bitch! Anybody who has seen that video, I love you. Unfortunately, I don't know what that vine is, though, so... yeah. I really hope that there are no red demons, though, in the dock world, because that's going to suck. I don't know my way around here. I was going to try to just do it by ear. But we'll see how that plays out? Question mark. The music is so serene. Ah, that was the one thing I asked for, god damn it. I knew that was too good to be true. There's no fucking way I can get past that. There is no fucking way. Yeah, no, I can't. Oh, okay. I can just eat the hit then because I am MLG Pro. Get away from me, no. I don't like that. That's creepy. Again, I thought that that was going to do something like a lot worse than it did, but that's fine. If I have to take a few hits, the sprite on the top of her hair is different though. It's a little like floppy as I'm walking. I'm gonna have to redo that shit so you can see it, but whatever. Whatever. I can't zoom in a lot when it comes to video, only with pictures, and I finally found a way around being able to do that, so there you go. Sorry, but it's the best I can manage. Yeah, okay, that's where I want to go. I really don't like this shit. I really don't like this shit. So creepy, and there's no way that it is undefended to get to that empty box that I'm going to right now. No fucking way. But we'll figure it out. I am MLG Pro. I'm gonna change my thing to the smile one. I wonder how Smile's thing looks. Why is that smile? Like, is it the things in the corner of me? I don't know. Whatever. It looks cooler, though. Yeah, I know. I knew that was too good to be true. No freaking way that that would have been a thing. Oh, God. Don't do that again. That was creepy. It's an especially creepy thing to both me and Sebastian. With things spontaneously, like, moving quick or moving in a weird, inhuman fashion, it just gets to us really badly, and it's creepy. If you really want to make him jump out of his skin, there you go. Get, like, twitchy, inhuman movements to things, and you will make Bass jump out of his fucking skin. Think Dead Space. Ah!
Dead Spouse.
Yes, Dead Spouse. Okay, we got to the empty box. Empty box number 1. That wasn't creepy in any way, shape, or form. So let's wake up. I'm gonna need to study the last one, so I'll be right back. Well, I'm not on the last one, but you know what I mean. I wonder if it'd be faster to just go up in this place instead of doing the bottom left path that I always do, but I know this one, so I'm gonna stick to that. Yeah, called it. That was what you needed to do. It was there for a reason. Got it. So now that goes into not the right place. Even though there's a lot of red demons in here and I don't like it. Okay, so I know that... I remember that one very specifically leading to where I needed to. Yep. No, it isn't. That's something different. Fuck. I forget how to get to Oreiko's lab from here. Oh, go away. I don't like you. Oh, I never liked you. Oh, Jesus. Can I make it by? Can I juke? Oh, jeez, no. Oh, I'm not gonna make it by both of them. I'll make it by you, but not the other dude. But that was MLG right there on that last guy. Well, not the last one, but okay. I always hate how I get everything right in a sentence minus the last word.
Cranberry.
Down to the last cranberry. Oh, yes.
Everything goes.
Is it in here? No, it wouldn't be. There's no flip-flapping way. I need to look at the map for this shit. They don't have the picture. Looks like I'm gonna need to brute force it. I don't like that. Yeah, I know. Just keep attacking me. Bring it, bitch. I am Rust. Fucking rip your eyeballs out. No, that's the same place that I've been. Go away, you stupid things! They don't go anywhere but towards you, and it's annoying. Oh, that's the one. That's where I gotta go. No, it isn't. That wasn't where I needed to go at all. No, actually, it totally was. Just changed the direction of everything. Sweet! Alright. Hey, you guys are smart. Let's see if you can pick up the zone transition here. Let's play that one more time at quarter speed, just in case, for good measure. Yeah, that was so subtle in the background I didn't even realize when I was playing the game, but it was interesting to see in the editing phase. Anyways. Victory is mine. Oh god, where are we going? Oh god, this is different. This is very different. It's creepy. I love it. Okay, orange staircase. This is definitely the orange staircase of which they spoke. So, where am I going? It was not it. Der fuck. Do I just keep climbing?
Cranberries.
Cranberries, yes. Cranberries! Okay, this isn't going anywhere. I guess I'm looking up orange staircase now, too. You do this, and then you stop, and then you go back underneath it. I think I took one block too far, though, but whatever. Yeah, that's different. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I didn't even notice the transition, to be honest with you. That's Oreiko's robot, too. I think so, at least. I wonder what that's supposed to symbolize, to be honest, the whole Oreiko thing, because she's clearly important. I don't like the creepy laughter. Not a big fan. Especially with the bloodied Sabatsuki right there. In fact, I'm not looking too hot myself now that I think about it. I'm a hot mess. So to speak. Am I getting to the end of this yet? There's a long walk. Oh, that's Sabatsuki in a test tube. I am a test tube, baby. Spoilers. Alright, time for the last one. The only one that really confuses me, to be honest with you. There's one more that I need to do. Let's see if they can go the other way around. I don't think I remember fully how to get to the corrupted part of this hospital, but I'll try. I like it. Those red enemies right there, those little bastards, like, it's fair equally as much as they are horrifying, too, because they get, like, that burst of speed when they're coming at you. So it's actually, like, really interesting, and you can take a couple of hits from them. So it's, like, kind of chance, kind of, like, you know, it's a good meshing of everything for a game like this to have an enemy that way, because I don't know, I've played a lot of games where the enemy, the thing that you're trying to avoid in a horror game, is like, wow, that is the least threatening thing I have ever had to deal with. But those, like, I actually, because you don't know when they're just going to suddenly fucking charge at you. That is extremely effective. And it makes it legitimately creepy, too, when they just fucking go gung-ho and fly at your ass. Like, screw the rest of your body, just your ass. So let's leave. Okay, I do remember this. I'm gonna have to take it from you, aren't I? Yeah. Damn it. Oh! Okay, didn't see that coming. See what I mean about them flying at you from down the hallway? Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Yep. Ooh, this is a bad room. This is a really bad place. This is a really bad place to be in. Oh god, I didn't like that at all. So let's save over here and save cycle. Who's ready for a good end? I heard that this is the happiest end of it all, and from what I have read, it makes sense. But if it's what I think it is, it's not going to seem that way at first. Alright, I don't know if that was the best end or not. So let's load this one. Because I might have screwed something up there, that's why I saved. Yes, I did screw something up. I'm just going to jump cut immediately over to what I need to do and make it easier on you guys, so cheers. Okay, there's one last thing to do, folks. One last thing to do. I should have went back into the computer to check afterwards. I'm supposed to go in here. Yep. Okay, there's an elevator there now. That would have been very obvious if I had paid attention and, like, used it, but, you know, whatever. I've got no idea what this is going to show. No idea. I haven't seen anything on this. I know nothing about this. I didn't know that it existed until I looked up that I needed to do this really quick. It says Rust on that. Cool! Probably going to be just before dying when I get through all of this shit. But, you know, deets! Yeah, no, there's no way. It's designed where you're supposed to eat all of this punishment, I'm sure. This is really fucking destructively... Like, this is not good for my psyche. Yeah, this is not good for my psyche. Ah, it's so creepy. I guess rust is no more. Wasn't expecting that. That was creepy as fuck. Everyone in the game, I think. Alright, that was so fucking worth going through that for the ending. That was... Alright, I'm gonna gush for a bit here. Now, I don't really do reviews of things, though, but I'm gonna say easily that is probably the best form of, like, Yume Nikki kind of game that I've played, period. Period. Absolute period. It had the fucking horror aspect to it and everything. It wasn't frustrating even slightly. Like, it really wasn't. Everything was kind of like, you know, anybody who knows the general aspect of how, like, Yume Nikki plays out and everything and has played the original game has a little bit of an idea what you're supposed to do. Like, because even Yume Nikki came with, like, a little readme of the way that you should play with that game, where you should work on, like, landmarks, where you're going to figure out where you're moving through the dream world, which is vast and empty, and there's nothing to work off of, and everything loops off of itself, like the original game was. So you actually get a little bit of, like, idea of what you're doing in the original Yume Nikki, despite how overwhelming the ridiculous fucking terrain was in that game. But, like, Dot Flow was absolutely a great meshing, I think, of revamping the things Yume Nikki ultimately didn't really do that great at. Now, I will always say this to everybody in the same exact way of Dark Souls, alright? I cannot recommend Yume Nikki as a gamer to anyone. That is, Yume Nikki is not a game in any way, shape, or form. It is an experience that you should have. That's what I would say. Pick it up if you want to have, like, a really neat thing that you won't forget, necessarily, versus, if you get into it, that is, versus, like, an actual game. As a gamer, Yume Nikki is fucking terrible. Like, sorry, but it really is, and Dot Flow is really no different than that. Because it is just not, there's a lot of things, and I'll get into that at some point, but yeah. This game was really fucking well put together with that. One of my only criticisms with this game is, and I'm gonna go ahead and play it over in just a second, okay, so whatever, I'll play it in a minute, but this shit. From a design standpoint, because, you know, and I'm not saying that I'm like this amazing video game maker or anything by any stretch whatsoever, but that's one of my biggest, and you see it in, like, pretty good games, too, that are RPG oriented like that, and, like, Pokemon games, possibly, even, I don't know, but that is one of my biggest fucking, like, I hate that shit in those kind of games. When you make a zone transfer that's pretty instantaneous in a game about backtracking through the same place 90 fucking times to find things, make sure that stuff like that and the terrain itself is flowing, that you can go through it 100 times on autopilot and such. It makes it a lot less frustrating and irritating and all that other stuff. I hate going back through the zone 9 times because your character is, like, facing the area that dumps you off onto a different map. Make it so that there's, like, a flow so that it keeps going in that direction. You're dumping off a staircase to your right. Keep the player going right. They're still holding in that key, obviously. So they don't want to go back through the same zone 9 fucking times. I've done that so many times on games. So from a design standpoint, it's horrible. But other than that, I really can't hold that against the game and say it's like a horrible game because of that. No, that's not what I'm saying. But as a game designer, you really want to avoid that kind of a thing at all costs. What I still want to see, that this game was kind of lacking, though, what I still want to see, because there were some things where it was still ridiculous, and back to the original Yume Nikki thing, where you would never be able to figure that out on your own without a walkthrough. I want to see an effect. There should be utility effects at the beginning of a Yume Nikki fan game. Okay, a couple of different utility effects. First, you need your motorcycle, bike / broom that allows you to be able to travel really quickly, okay? Have that towards the beginning, not just thrown out right in front of you somewhere really gay like that, but, like, in, like, one of the first zones that you go into from the Nexus. And also have another one in the same kind of thing that you can do in a similar fashion of that, where maybe like a sonar effect, where when you use the effect, it scans, like, have a variable, assign a variable depending on what area that you're in, Nexus, sewers, apartments 1, you know, for example, or just apartments in general, not the maps. You want to do the whole zone itself for multiple map areas, and then have it check based off of those numbers that it gets loaded in with so the game knows what area that you're in, and have it check when it uses that, and it'll change what the effect does, like have the sonar blink and make a check mark or something if there's an effect that you have all the effects in there, whatever you can move on. Don't make it like point out exactly where it is, but make it enough so that the player has information so they don't run through a zone thinking there's nothing there when they just didn't see it ultimately because everything loops and looks the same. That's one of my bigger things that I always, because I did that a couple of times even in this playthrough with this game, is I ran through a zone entirely, didn't think there was anything there, nothing of note. If you don't find a zone to another area or whatever, that's kind of on the player to an extent, but like, I want to see a little more hint in a Yume Nikki game. And I'm not just saying it that way, it's like, okay, whatever, it's just to make it a better game, I want to see somebody try to make something like that, because it would be ultimately really cool to do that, so that you can go through a Yume Nikki game without having to be glued to a walkthrough to know what you're doing, you know? That would be an amazing thing to see, and I want to see that implemented if somebody has the skill to do that someday. That would be amazing to see. To not have to use a walkthrough to get an idea of what you're doing in the game, get some hint towards what you're doing. I don't get, and to an extent, I get nostalgia. You want to see something to the original flow of the game, but that's the point of why you're making a sequel. You're trying to do something different that game didn't do. Try to do something interesting and neat, and like, throwbacks to the original game are fine, but it's like Super Castlevania 4 versus the original Castlevania. Why do you even have hearts and the throwing knife if it's completely fucking useless in that game? Don't throw things into a game that are superfluous just for the sake of consistency because it'll appease people who played the original game. It just doesn't make sense to me to do that kind of a thing. Do something new, improve on what was in the game originally, but Dot Flow was amazing. Great horror scenario. I was legitimately creeped out and chilled in certain parts of this game. Great atmosphere for all of that shit. Great music, fucking amazing experience. All together. So, bravo on that. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out now because I've been going on for fucking 5 minutes now about what I had thought about the game, so I had to gush. This game was amazing and fully fucking worth my time. Fully worth my time. I enjoyed every second of that, honestly. I really did. So, good job and props to the creator, which I'll probably throw on the screen if I can find it. Play this game for yourselves. If you manage to bump into this without seeing anything else on the game or whatever, or if you still just want to play it anyway, go for it. It's a different experience when you play it, though. Like, it really is. I recommend it to everybody. There was a lot of stuff that I missed, even throughout the game, but I'm not going through just to show everybody everything about the game. That's not why I do these Let's Plays. So, have fun, everybody, and, yeah, no, that was fucking something else. I'm gonna go ahead and drink my coffee now and probably play some Warframe. Later, folks. Sorry for the shitty cut to make the volume of the music a lot lower so that you can hear me on the narration, but it's the only way that I can do it in my editor. Yeah, if you want to see anything about the lore, stay tuned. I'm gonna try for tomorrow. If not, it'll have to be a little bit late, but I'm gonna try to do an abridged for Dot Flow. I figure that it's definitely worth it, and before Undertale, because that's going to take a long fucking time to do. But yeah, stay tuned for that one, and then I'll get into more detail of really the game, unless you want to look it up yourself, but, that's on you. Take it easy.